Hey, this is Amie from Motif Music Studios, and today I get to introduce you to the primer level of NoteSpeed. Today I will be playing a two-player game, but I will be playing both sides in a nice, calm manner so you can always amp up the speed when you're feeling confident. So you will be taking your full deck of cards, and you will be dealing out 5 main cards for each player. So I've dealt these out in advance to show you. Then there'll be 4 cards in what's called the stuck pile. And there'll be 7 cards in this extra pile. And players can decide how they want to play it. I might have them in my hand, but this player could have it beside them. I think that part's okay. Now, the name of the game with the primer level is whatever the gameplay card is. So the youngest player is going to turn over this to start. So once the card's in the middle here, each player is going to play as often and as quickly as they can and try to play the same letter, the letter above, or the letter below. So again, in the music alphabet, we have G going to A, and that's a common little spot that's hard for students, but this gets them used to note recognition, the alphabet, the music alphabet, and gets them ready for reading on the staff. So here we go. So these players would be playing as quick as they can. We would go call out the names as you go. So I'm going to go G. This player, I'm going to replace this card here, and then I go, oh, I can play this right away to A. Then we're looking for a B. This player would say, oh, I can play a B. We're going to replace these, but you can play more at a time if you like. This one has a B, and they can also play the note before B is A, and they can replace it like this. Meanwhile, I'm going, oh, I can go before A is G, and then I go, okay, does anyone have a note before or after G or the same? So let's take a look. No, nobody has a card. So then we would go to the stuck pile and we'd put the A there, which would prompt play to be happening again. We'd go A or B, C. I'd be replacing mine. Well, this other player is still playing as fast as they can, flying through their cards, and you can see they had this huge stroke of luck here. Meanwhile, they only have 4 cards left before they win, so I would be going, oh, do I have anything I can play? I have 2 of the same. They might get in there and say, no, me, and so then they would continue in that manner until somebody wins. So in this case, this person clears their cards first. They have no extras. They have no game cards. I only have 2 here, and I have 1 left in my hand. So I hope that makes sense to you. We also have the stuck pile. We'd keep going, and if someone got stuck, you could play from there. So I hope that's helpful. I'll leap into a tutorial on the levels 1 to 4, and I hope you have loads of fun with this at home. Let me know in the questions if you have any questions, or in the comments if you have any questions at all. Thanks again. Hey, this is Amie here at Motif Music Studios, and today I'm introducing this game called NoteSpeed. This is level 1, and we're going to start right at the beginning so you can see what it's like to deal out the cards. I'm going to play as if there's 2 of us here in my awesome 24 square foot closet, but in actuality, I will be both players today. You can also set this game up for 1 player at a time, which is fantastic, and I'll link up all the details and instruction sheets in the video description. So here we go. So each player, just like with the primer level, each player is going to have 5 cards in front of them. These are their kind of game play cards. These ones now have notes on them. So you'll see that there's notes from bass clef F to treble clef G. So I'll deal out these cards first. They can be open face, so it's interactive, and there will be a stuck pile of 4 cards placed here. Then each person will have an extra pile beside them or in their hands. So those will be 13 for level 1. It's 13 cards. In primer it was 7, and in levels from 2 to 5 it's just 9 cards in the extra, and that's written down for you, so don't panic if that sounds hard to follow. I've got it also in slides, and I'll link up the gameplay rules with some extra fun from Tara at CNT Creations. Here we go.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm just going to assume my 13 are here.
And then what happens is the youngest player is going to turn this, and as soon as this is turned, that's when the fun begins. This game is very quick pace. So again, I'm going to show it to you slowly, but as you gain confidence, you'll be moving quite fast. So here we have a bass clef G, and it's really important that people aren't trying to play a G in a different clef. You actually want to play the same G. It would be the same note on the piano, and then you can play a note above, an A in the bass clef or an F in the bass clef. So those are your options for this card. So both players are going to be scanning their cards as quick as they can and playing what they can. So in this case, I could play a G, and on top of that, I could play an A. As quick as I could, I would be replacing cards here. This person would scan and say, oh, I can play an A, and they would replace it. Now, they wouldn't be taking turns. They are literally trying to play as fast as they can, even if they get in under the other player's hand. So here we've got a B and a B. I replace it here, and I see that I can play a C. Now this is when it gets exciting, because this person's saying, I can play a D, and I've got another D, an E. This one has an F. We're both replacing cards as fast as we can to keep those 5 in front of us so we can see what we have. And here we have an F in the treble clef. Sorry, I'll change direction for you. So then they would play the G in the treble clef, then be able to take from this extra pile to keep the gameplay going. So this, we have a G in the treble clef. I can't play anything because I'm all bass clef notes. I have nothing that's the same as the treble G, nothing before, nothing after. So I'm going to hope that my opponent here has some stuff to play. And sure enough, they have a F, which goes before G on the note staff. They also have a G. Turn it around here for you, and they have another G. So then they're going to be continuing to gain cards from their extra. The point of the game is to clear your extra and your gameplay cards here. And so you can see I'm kind of locked down, so I'm hoping these guys can keep moving quickly. And it looks like we finally need to use what's called our stuck pile. So if this opponent has nothing to play, I have nothing to play. This kind of prompts some more gameplay. We've got an E here, and it looks like this awesome player over here can play. This can replace it. We're still scanning to see if we can go. So then the game would continue in that way. This is a D, and in the music alphabet, this D is directly above the bass C. So that's a really good pivotal point for students to remember that those are one and the same. Same with this. This isn't a C in a different octave. This is actually the same C on your instrument, so that student would be able to play that note card. So I hope that's helpful. This play would continue until the game was over. And the game ends when someone runs out of cards. So you can see that it could get quite fast-paced here. I'm just one, fast-paced person here. But the game goes quite quickly, loads of fun and laughter. And students can also play this independently and enjoy writing down their score for this and having fun with that as well. So again, I hope that that's lots of fun for you as you teach students, as you enjoy music making together, and I hope it brings lots of smiles your way in the studio. We'll see you next time. Hey, this is Amie back with NoteSpeed, but this time level 2. And for level 2, the gameplay is the same as level 1, except you will only have 9 cards each in your extra pile. You'll still have 5 in front of each player, and you'll have 4 in your stuck pile. So today though, I'm going to show you how to play it on your own. So if you are a student or you're a teacher just trying to learn this on your own, or you like to have your student be able to play without the chaos of more excitement happening, this gives some flexibility to the game. So in this case, you only deal out the 5 main play cards. You're still going to be playing to the center, but this is going to serve as the extra pile and the stuck pile, meaning I can use it as our gameplay card. So we've got a high C there, but I can also replace cards as they move out here. So just for fun, I'm going to play this through as fast as I can, see how this works, and I hope this is loads of fun for you as you engage students or play alongside your family. Here we go. So we have high C. I can match that. I can also play below it or above it. And as you play it, you'd usually be saying the note name aloud. You'd be saying A. Then you would quickly replace yours here. I can see that I have B, B, and C. So I'm going up sequentially. I can go up from the note, down from the note, or keep the note the same. So we have high C here. I can say B, A, move it again. Try not to topple anything in here. Another A, and I'm moving through quickly. I see G, F, and then G, F. So you can see moving up and down. I see my E, D, C, another C. Lots of fun. Keeps you remembering your notes. I love that even an adult student wanting to sharpen their notation skills can enjoy this too. So we have C on the board. So we're going to use this opportunity to use this as our stuck pile. So we're going to just prompt a different note because I don't have a middle C, I don't have a D that would be above, and I don't have a B that would be below. So here's a little prompt, and sure enough, that gets gameplay starting again with E, F, G, G, A. Now in this case that would clear my 5, but I still have more to replenish, so I just keep going until I clear this. I have A here, so I'm looking for a G, an A, or a B, and I don't have any, so I prompt play again with a C, and I can go C, D, E, E, F, and then I get it started again. I have an F there, and the game ends. I just have 2 in my pile. So I hope you have lots of fun here with NoteSpeed. Again, this is CNT Creations Tara, and I will link up all the details and all the awesomeness that you can do with this game. Thanks for listening in. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you give this a try for yourself, and we'll see you next time.